Um, a second question from Mr. Bradbury, he doesn't give his first name, who's in Cheshire, and he asks a very current question. Someone should ask ministers why everyone in the UK isn't getting a face mask to wear outside. Anything that helps the spread of this dreadful disease would help? Question mark. Where do you stand on
The
that?
Yeah, well, the current guidance from the World Health Organization actually is that face masks are not advised. The World Health Organization does not make the case for why they should be given out. That's not to say they're not very valuable in hospital, and we've heard a lot in the news in the last few weeks about PPE, personal protective equipment, and the types of equipment used in hospital, very valuable, very effective, very good at protecting healthcare workers. But if you're out and about in public, if you observe the normal guidance for social distancing and how to keep your hands clean, how to avoid other people who are the only source of this virus for you, then actually a face mask does not buy you much additional benefit. We know that the vast majority, more than 80% of the transmissions are occurring in the family unit or in the domestic setting. And most people, to my knowledge, are not wearing masks around their home. Therefore, we're of the mind at the moment that without the evidence to suggest they should be adopted on the wide scale, it's probably an expense that most people can ill afford.
And is there, in fact, a case against wearing face masks outside and that they give you a bit of a false sense of security?
People have suggested they may lead to a false sense of security. They've also suggested that if you touch a surface and have virus on your fingers and then you touch the face mask, then you can transfer virus to the surface of the face mask. And because people do spend quite a bit of time touching their face masks when they wear them, because A, they're uncomfortable, and because you're wearing them for a long period of time, they get itchy and people tend to adjust them. And also, you have to take them on and off to eat and drink anyway. And every time you touch the surface and deposit virus there, there's a chance that the virus will then go through the face mask, or when you take it off, you then spray virus back up into the air, and you could then breathe it in at that point. So that's really one reason why they're not judged to be that helpful. The other is that the kinds of masks that we're seeing people wearing in public are just surgical face masks or even masks made from sort of cheap materials. If you hold those up to the light, you can almost see daylight through there. The material they're made of is not very good at filtering out small particles, and the viruses we're dealing with here are really tiny. They're about 1/10,000th of a millimeter across. So for them, slipping through a face mask, especially one that's been made damp by prolonged wear because your breath has got water in it, doesn't seem to help very much, which is why people are saying it's probably not going to buy people much additional benefit. So at the moment, on the basis of the evidence we have, they're not advising people to go down that road.
Okay, that's very clear. Thank you.